What's going on, guys? Your boy Mason. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me going over the brand new Ludociel on JP and letting you guys know if you should be summoning on the banner. A lot of things have come up in the past few days, guys, about this Ludociel, about if he's a seasonal or not, and if how good he actually is in the game. We're gonna be talking about that all in this video, so you guys are informed about if you should be summoning on this brand new Ludociel. So let's hop into the video. Alright, guys, so the first part that we gotta go over is going to be Ludociel's banner and kind of explain the way it actually works. So I want to preface at the beginning, if we actually go back to the patch notes here, I have it pulled up. Ludo actually is not a seasonal character anymore, so they actually did change this as of yesterday on Friday 11:44 correction. So it says the new character God's Agent Ludociel Flash will be added to the permanent gacha lineup after the gacha period ends. The schedule will be added to the permanent gacha lineup will be announced at a later date. So pretty much they're saying that Ludo actually is not a seasonal character. So I guess they changed that last minute when they found out, or when they knew that he wasn't that great of a character. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they were doing, because they put him with a full seasonal banner, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what Netmarble is really thinking with that, but seems like they were expecting him to be a little bit better. But it's okay. Well, the spoiler alert. We'll talk about it though. So here's the banner in terms of the rate up and everything. So Ludo's going to be 0.5% out of a total of 3% rate up. You have a 1 in 6 on your SSRs to actually pull him, which is not that bad. So overall, in terms of the banner, we have the brand new Ludo. We have Green Gotha, which is not a bad character. We have the Lizhawk, the red Summer Lizhawk, which is okay. Summer Merlin is fairly decent if this Ludo is good in PvP, if it's replacing Margaret, right? Matrona is pretty good taunt unit on the Demonic Beast battles. This Halloween Diane, from what I remember, is just not that great. Lilia is an okay character as well. Right now she's not really meta or anything in PvP, but she's really good on Catastrophe. And then we have the Dana for Liz backline, which is really good for the time limit dungeon. You have Summer Diane, which is a really good character as well for the death matches. Just having her with different race characters, you get the rank up and the buff. The Easton right here is a fairly decent human backline, mainly ultimate Escanor human backline, but not really that great anymore. And then this Valenti is a crit defense monster and does kind of the same thing that the regular Valenti does with resistance, but for crit, I think it's crit defense, right? So you just tank like crazy. Yeah. So that's pretty much the banner, guys. In terms of the way the pity works, at 300 you have a 16% chance of actually pulling the Ludo versus the rest of the banner, which is 8.3%. And then on the actual pity itself, you are guaranteed Ludo in 600 pity, which is going to be 20 multis total. So that is going to be covering the banner. Now let's actually move over to GC database, and we'll talk about the Ludociel's kit, so you guys are informed about what he does, and then we'll come back to his banner at the end, and we'll do the should you summon. Alright, guys, so we have the brand new Ludociel pulled up on the GC database. So let's kind of go over his kit and see what he's able to do. So first things first, let's go to his passive. So the Blessing of the Goddess increases Goddess allies attack related stats by 7%, comma, so just straight up only 7%. And for every goddess ally on the battlefield, increases the hero's damage dealt by 15%. So pretty much his passive is 7% attack related stats for goddess support. That's all he gives. And then for himself, he's getting 15% damage dealt per goddess ally on the battlefield. So in terms of support, really, he's not doing too much, right? If we look at other supportive type characters like Amadeus Nebula Zeldris, Kusak, Ragnarok Bond, these character backlines are doing a lot more than just 7% attack related stats. So I feel like, this Ludo definitely was kind of shafted there. Maybe they meant for the attack related to be all stats, because that would make a lot more sense than attack related, right? 7% all stats, that would make a lot more sense. But yeah, I mean, that's the finished product of the Ludo though. 7% attack related stats, and then increasing the hero's damage dealt, so nothing crazy, but that's going to be his passive right there. In terms of his first skill, he's going to inflict pierce damage single target up to 500%, from 200% to 500%, depending on the rank. And then his second skill here is actually going to be the Goddess Elizabeth shield. If you guys remember the year 1 Goddess Elizabeth, she actually does have a shield that only lets you get hit by basic stat attacks and not actually the character's effect. So as an example, if let's say Mael is ulting into this shield and he has the sunspot effect, right? It's not going to work, because the shield is only going to make it so that his attack is based on only the basic stats and not the effect of the card. So very good shield. And then in terms of his Holy Relic here, it's just as the same as the other Ludo. So it's just going to be a big stat stick. So giving you 5,000 HP, 800 defense, 800 attack. Pretty good. You know, obviously having higher CC in PvP is going to matter a lot. So if this character is really good in that, it's going to be a benefit. His Grace is the same as the other Ludo. So he's going to pretty much dodge Petrify, Freeze, or Stun for the 2 turns from the start of the battle, which is not really the greatest. It's okay, but it's not really like you're going to run that often, right? And then moving to his ultimate, it's the same as the other Ludo as well. So it's going to inflict 350% of attack on all enemies and create a barrier equal to 20% of it of the damage. And that's going to scale up to an 80% barrier multiplier at a 525% at 6 out of 6. So this is pretty much the Ludo, guys. Nothing too crazy. You know, he's fairly decent, but I don't know, man. There's definitely something missing there. It feels like they kind of pulled back on this Ludo a little bit from Netmarble side of things. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the kill. Let's move back to the banner now, and let's finish off my thoughts on the should you summon or not. Alrighty, guys, we are back at the banner now. My final thoughts and should you be summoning on the banner. In my opinion, I think it is a easy skip banner, and the reason for that is because this like now that we know that this Ludociel is not gonna be a seasonal character, I'm not gonna recommend to you guys to even pull for 1 copy at that point, because he's gonna be put in the ticket pool. There's no need to actually pull for the character if we know he's gonna be in the general pool. And you know, for a free-to-play player, especially, like, this is my free-to-play account, right? I only did the free multi. And you know, like, obviously the banner itself is not that bad. It's like actually like compared to like most like really bad banners, like really bad character banners, like this is not a bad one. Like Summer Dance really good, this Valencia is really good, Dana for Liz is really good backline for time limit, Lilia's okay, Summer Millen's pretty good, Green Goat is pretty good. So like more than like half the banner is actually good. So you know, it's not like that the banner is bad. It's more so that, you know, you could use your gems on a better banner, and that this Ludo is going to be put into the regular pool, right? So that's the one thing to kind of like take into account. Another thing as well is that Megilda that got leaked will be coming out fairly soon. And so, you know, in terms of like what I would recommend for someone, like I feel like the Megilda is not going to be a Nidhogg unit, I don't think, but I feel like the unit that comes after the Megilda, kind of like they did last year, which I'm going to pull up GC database to show you guys here. Let me zoom in my display. And we can actually go to game news here and go to past banners. I want to show you guys exactly how it worked last year, right? If we actually go to it, we had Ragnarok Bond as a step up banner release, and then Jormungand actually released, right? So this Bond was a backline support mainly for like across all content. So I'm thinking that the new Megilda will probably be like a PvP backline for Ragnarok maybe, or just like a PvP character, something like that, because our Holy Relic right now is delegated to the bird demonic beast. And I don't think that they'll make Megilda a goddess race in her passive and all of that. I don't think they're gonna do that because it doesn't really make too much sense on my part, or on Netmarble's part, I should say, because they're not really like, it's not like really like, you know, worth it for them. Like, are they really going to be making money out of that? I don't know, man. It doesn't really make much sense to me. I feel like they're going to have the you know, leaked Megilda as a step up banner first, just like kind of like how Ragnarok Bond was, and then after that they're going to do a Ragnarok stream, and we're going to find out the unit for the actual like Nidhogg boss, right? So I feel like that's coming. So yeah, bear that in mind, guys. This Elaine that came out last year with Queen Diane is in the same slot as the Ludo right now, and so that Megilda will probably be the next banner in the 2 weeks following this banner. And you know, we're kind of looking towards a possible Nidhogg unit, which it could be, or she's just going to be like a PvP type character or something like that, and then the character following that will be the actual Ragnarok character. So we'll see, right? I'm thinking it's going to be something like that, but I don't think that Megilda will be the unit, honestly. I really don't. I don't know. It doesn't really make much sense to me, man. But you guys can let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about that Megilda. Alright, guys, so returning back to the banner, yeah, as I said, guys, my final thoughts are skip the banner if you're free to play. If you do plan on picking up 1 copy and summoning just for 1 copy, you know, it's not the worst idea. You know what I mean? He's still like decent in Nidhogg, and PvP, from what I've heard, he's not the greatest. So right now he definitely needs more support, and I feel like there could be support upcoming in the future. Like Demons did pretty much get like a whole team release, so you never know. There could be just brand new goddess characters that release, and this Ludo might be on the meta team, so we'll have to see. But you know, that's just something to think about. And you know, since he is not a seasonal, it's not really like you're not really inclined to actually pick up a copy, so you could just skip and you should be okay. On my free to play account, I only did the free multi and I skipped the rest. So you know, feel free to do that as well. And then with that Miguel obviously coming out, something to think about too. But yeah, that's pretty much it though, guys. I would say skip the banner if you're a whale. Obviously you're summoning, and yeah, pretty much it. So that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a good rest of your day.